Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to NinjaTrader Live. Let me try that again. I'm getting an echo back. Let's try that. That was weird. So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Michael Burke, filling in for Jim Cagnina today, and I'm joined by Tracy Shuchart, our senior economist. Tracy, good to be with you again.
Good to see you again, Mike. Always a pleasure to see you. Before we get into hot commodities here, just want to update on what happened over the lunch hour while we were on break. Powell did speak. That said, he did not say anything about the economy or the rates outlook. He just had opening remarks at a conference in D.C. That said, we did have Goolsbee speak, and he said quite a bit. So Goolsbee says, so far we've had excellent inflation reports, surprisingly little direct impact of tariffs, but I don't know if that will remain true in the next 1 to 2 months. He also said rates can fall if trade policy is reserved. He also says that the recent PCE inflation print may have been the last vestige of pre-tariff impact. But he did say that he still can see rate cuts over the next 12 to 18 months. It seems like the markets liked those comments from him. You know, the market loves to hear the word rate cut. And then in addition, we had Trump said the Trump administration said he wants nation's best offers on tariff deals by Wednesday. So now you're all caught up with what happened during the break. Looks like markets seem to like that news. But I guess we can move on to some commodities.
So it's interesting. We have if you look at the quote board, it's all green, except for bonds. Currencies are up across the board, so the dollar's clearly struggling a little bit today. Why don't we take a look at crude oil first? And let me bring that chart up. What do you have for us on crude oil?
So we had interesting. We had OPEC meeting this past weekend. They did add 411,000 barrels. Crude did not seem to be bothered by that today. However, last week, when we had rumors of these cuts pretty much every day last week, we had a large pullback in the crude market. So interesting that we didn't really see, crude react much. Maybe it was already baked into the cake, so to speak. But interesting that it was up, almost 4% earlier today. We are down a little bit into the close here. Obviously, the dollar is helping commodities across the board as soon as we get to that. And we also have some geopolitical tensions also helping boost the energy markets a bit with the Ukraine attack on Russia, being that Russia is a major exporter of oil and gas.
Yeah, it's interesting. We didn't see that normal really news spike that you would see in something like that happened in Ukraine and Russia over the weekend. But we're up 3% today. I guess that's still a pretty good gain for crude oil. Let's take a look at a couple of charts. So this is the intraday chart. You can see that the blue arrows there, that's the high of Friday. So we're well above the highs of Friday. We almost got to 64, 63.80 earlier in the session when the U.S. traders came to work today. But as soon as they got settled, they were sellers, and we had pretty good volume between 9 and 10 o'clock, which was almost all selling. We kind of settled out at R2, and as you pointed out, we kind of had a little bit of a dip here in the last half hour or so, but we're rallying back here up to R2. So 62, 80, 63, probably a good range for us to finish up today. Let's look at the daily chart really quick to get a little bit different perspective here. From the daily chart, that intraday, rally today kind of just looks like we're still in a sideways market, kind of stuck between 58 and 64. I really want to see this market break out above 64 before I'm going to be a buyer here. But my bias, to be honest with you, Tracy, is probably still bearish here. So we'll see how that plays out. Um, let's take a look at nat gas up 7%. This market is really on a tear today.
Nat gas is up big. Partially, again, we kind of have that geopolitical risk of this geopolitical risk from this weekend with the Ukraine Russia situation. But we all also have seen a decrease in U.S. natural gas output, leading to some tighter conditions. We've seen increased demand over the lower 48 due to electricity generation for power, for air conditioning. So that kind of went up over the last few days. And then we also have, kind of and this is in the bigger scope of the fundamental backdrop, but we do have, higher liquefied natural gas export expectations, where the U.S. EIA projected that we would have a 22% increase in LNG exports in 2025 in their recent report.
That's interesting. Everybody's talking about the concept here that AI is such a power, sucker. It sucks a lot of the power out of the grid with AI. There's still the crypto mining is going on. With summer coming up, do you think that's going to put a little more pressure on supplies for natural gas?
Yeah, I mean, I think we could see an uptick. I don't think we're ever going to see anywhere near the prices that you see, TTF, European prices, or even JKM in Korea, Japan, Korea marker. We're never going to see prices that high, but certainly we could see elevated levels. I mean, if you remember, the average we've been trading is around $2 for a very long time. So, even at above 3 is a welcome sight.
Yeah, I agree. It'll just, I guess the question is, what is the economy going to look like, this summer? And we'll have to see how that goes and what temperatures are. This is the daily chart of nat gas. Again, kind of like crude oil. We are kind of in a channel right now since April between that 330 level and that 380 level. Again, if we are going to break out, it's going to be above that 380 level, where we tested that just a few days ago, came back. And today, again, just a massive rally today. One of the things that, you sometimes see after these kind of blow off days is you usually see in nat gas and in energies in general, maybe 1 or 2 days of consolidation or even a little bit of a retracement after that one big green benchmark candle. So I'm going to be looking for that, I think, tomorrow. What else did we want to look at, Tracy? We wanted to look at gold.
So, yeah, we got to look at gold because that chart, to me, obviously, again, geopolitical tensions, safe haven. We have, new trade disputes. So, yeah, you remember on Friday, the Trump administration raised aluminum tariffs to 50% from 25%. And obviously, Europe and China did not like that situation. And, he also said that he was going to raise tariffs on China because they weren't cooperating with the market. And of course, the weaker dollar, is helping that too. And so it's a really interesting market to watch because we still keep making these kind of shallower pullbacks. Everybody's waiting for kind of the bottom to fall out of this market because it's run so far. But I mean, this market still looks bullish to me.
I totally agree. I'm bullish gold here. We've got really great support at 3,300. We did have a little bit of a pullback. If you look at this daily chart, I've got two moving averages on there. I've got the the cyan line, which is the 21 moving average. That is usually what I'll use as support in an uptrend. And you can see the market, except for that kind of breakout about 3 or 4 weeks ago in early May, and it kind of broke through that 21, it broke through the 34 moving average, which is the magenta line, but it really didn't get much below that 3150 level. So there's a lot of support for this market. Volume has been off a little bit here, and that's kind of, I think, why we've been consolidating for the last couple of weeks. But today it looks like, the buyers are back in control. If we can close above that 3,400 level, I'm definitely looking for another leg up here. All right,
Absolutely would agree on that.
let's move to copper. Again, all the metals, all the energies, all the currencies, everything's green today because of that weak dollar. But copper is one of those benchmarks that is really kind of, uncorrelated to all these other things. This is about the world economy for a lot of people, a lot of traders. So what do you see here, Tracy?
So, they call it Dr. Copper for a reason. So, obviously, copper is looking through any sort of global recession due to these tariffs that everybody keeps talking about, but we haven't seen. In fact, everybody's been talking about this for the last 3 years, and we really haven't seen, that much, unless I guess you could count Germany as being in a recession. That said, on the news front, in the immediate term for copper, we had Tech expects its carbon de local low. My Spanish is terrible. And a local low, which accounts for 10% of their entire copper output. That is going to be down for a month, they said, because of technical difficulties. And there is a problem with the port and shipyard where they export, or one of them, that is also going to be down for a month. So that kind of gave this market a little bit of a jolt early this morning. And again, it kind of all goes back to, you could attribute it also this move as far as, fear that tariffs on steel and aluminum may spill over to the copper market. That said, the copper market is fundamentally a very tight market. Supply demand wise, we still have a lot of demand from China, particularly for EVs. Again, this market seems to be looking past any kind of awful slowdown, global slowdown that we keep hearing is coming.
Yeah, it's interesting. Again, the fundamentals and the technicals in my mind are a little disconnected here, because I don't, even though I do agree with you that I think the copper market is tightening up. There are some news events here that should be driving this price higher. But again, I think we just got a little bit overstretched today. And I'm not saying that the market isn't going to move up higher over the course of the next week or the next month, but in the short term, like today and tomorrow and the next day, I think this has played out, this move. Again, one of the things I look at is I look at these big green benchmark candles historically. And whenever we get one of those, there is usually 1 or 2 days where it's going to retrace or come back off of that. And especially on a day like today, where we've got that big seller's wick at the top of today's daily candle, I definitely think we're going to probably see a down day, to maybe a couple of down days here before that momentum picks up and we take off to the upside one more time. I want to move real quickly here to the weekly chart, because this is a really kind of noisy, chaotic chart that I think is important to point out. We don't see really clean trends here. We don't see real clean consolidation here. This chart is a mess on the weekly chart, and so this is a market that I always am a little cautious of to trade, because it turns around on a dime, and you can see the volatility here on this weekly chart. It's in bullish mode, but I think it's just a little too chaotic to trade in my mind.
That makes sense. Everybody's got a different risk tolerance. I haven't traded copper in a while, but I used to trade it all the time.
Yeah, the nat gas charts that we were looking at, that's a market that I really like. There's good intraday opportunity in nat gas. You can usually pick out a trade or two in the nat gas market on most days. So that's the market I'm a little more drawn to than copper, at least especially these days. The other thing I wanted to just point out, I got a couple of nice shout outs in the chat. I haven't been on the live stream since the new show. So thanks for those shout outs. I really appreciate it from you guys. That's really nice. So Tracy, thanks for being with us today. That's our hot commodities segment. And we'll see you again tomorrow, Tracy. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, and we'll be in the chat.
Definitely. All right, so let's shift gears a little bit here into trading mode. And here we've got XYZ with us and Nick the Tick from OrderFlow Labs. Gentlemen, nice to see you.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Good, good, good. So, I was listening the other day and I heard that it was a while ago, maybe, that XYZ, you're a Dodgers fan. I grew up in LA.
Um,
So when
it's
my
interesting.
first Dodger game, I saw Sandy Koufax pitch at Dodger Stadium. So that kind of gives you an idea about how old I am. But Otani's my guy now. Hopefully he'll be pitching this year again.
Well, it's funny you say that. I'm only a Dodgers fan very recently, um, because when they win at home, we get to buy Panda Express for $6. Apart from that, I don't know anything about baseball. I know Otani, I know Mookie Betts, and anything outside of that, I just hope that they can take me to Panda for $6. So my baseball knowledge is very limited.
That is a great motivation to root for right there.
So it used to be $5 last year, but I think the Dodgers they're winning too much, so they had to bump
That's
it
true.
up, cover a bit of that.
All right, it's all yours, guys. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. All right. So I'm in a short and absolutely hating it so far to kick us off here for Trade the Close. I was initiating the short around last week's value area high, and I am not a fan of it as we continue to consolidate here. As soon as I got in, my first instinct was, well, if we get a move down and can't break inside of Friday's high, I'm going to probably exit. But I didn't watch it the first time we dipped down. It even gave me a second gift to probably just cut this trade and wait for maybe some more information or some new sellers to step back in this area. And I'm 0 for 2 at a quick attempt to just scalp about 4 points, 5 points out of this trade. So I'm probably going to get stopped out. I don't love that we're still lingering at this high. I don't love fading this move throughout the day, but I'm here to take some trades. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I only took one today. Got to desk really late, so um, I don't know if production wants me to say this, but I was in Vegas the weekend, so got back in yesterday night. Mr. Big Cat Leo needed a cover, so I'm here. I'm here to hang out, but I got to desk pretty late, closer to like almost 3 hours after market open. Um, I mean, looking at it in hindsight, the longs are, yeah, you might as well. It's balancing higher. Hold on, let me screen share. Sorry, I thought I was screen sharing the whole time. Apologies. Screen share. All right, so um sharing screen. So yeah, for NQ, it looks like they're just holding downside attempts until now. So there's resistance up here. I'm sure we're seeing the same thing. It's like let me see. Go up here. It's a previous week value area high. You see the rolling profile. It is, clearly there's a taper up here. They did break it out and try it last week. To me, this is showing weakness because they broke it out and they actually got some good builds and they lost them both and closed all the way back in the range. The entire day's effort just for nothing, right? And it's not that it's just an attempt up and a taper. They found the answer that still up in these ranges, more sellers than buyers because of these builds, right? They didn't just lose one, they lost two. Um, so I'm pretty much looking at that area to look for a short. I did, you can see price start to roll over. They're having issues pushing further, they're absorbing. And for a moment, sellers did see a little bit of reward. They were able to push out of this range here. So if you look at the delta by price, you could see offers. So I'm like, okay, well, I think it's worth an attempt short because, well, you can keep risk really tight. You can see here my risk is about 6 points. Um, if they come up here, yeah, you can put risk at the highs, but I think if they poke up here, there's going to be a new high. So
Yeah.
as everyone's about to watch this stop get hit, you'll see pretty much why I didn't want to put a wider stop.
The
So yeah,
buyers
there it
gave me
goes.
another attempt to get out of that with a small scalp green on this, but we're still just kind of hanging around last week's value area high.
Right.
So
Yeah, we'll end up giving another shot if anything shows up, but I
I'm
I regret not taking some off here. I mean, that was about 13, 14 points in, which considering today's range on each move is it's not bad. But yeah, I had opportunities to take off one or two over here. I just ended up holding it. Pretty much considered, 5, 6 point stop. I might as well hold that thing. Why take it off? It's such a low risk trade and it can pay if it works. So that's that.
yeah. So
But yeah,
light day for
apart from
you.
that, the only trade I had was this IB short after they came up, fell back in, and just started seeing the offer step back in, like stepping down with price. You can see the delta by price. There was that passive offer, took it. Wanted lower than previous day high, but they came back and that's it. So thankfully, previous day high, I had it marked as, look, this is an up or down. Once we get to it, they're either going to hold it and it's all over for shorts, or they're going to break it and it's all over for longs. So yeah, you're going to cover some. So luckily that trade worked out well for me because the day is not going lower, as we can see. So pretty light, pretty light for me today. Got to desk really late. Market's pretty choppy, right? It's ranging, and then now it's breaking. It's likely going to range again, but if we do find that the market builds up here and loses that build towards the downside, I will be open to shorts again. So we'll see. Um, yeah, that's about it for me so far. Where did you stay in Vegas, Delhi? I always stay at the Venetian Palazzo. So I'm a fancy Ruby status member out there. So they treat me well. They give me good perks. So
Are you a poker guy? What's your game
no,
of choice?
I've played it all. Like, you talking roulette, blackjack. Oh, you always start with blackjack. As of like the last year and a half, I'm playing baccarat. Um, I don't know what the edge is, but I have not left Vegas in the hole since I started playing about a year ago. Um, so I play baccarat, and it's easier to it's funny.
I
There's a
have no idea
little
how to play it.
exploit. It's easier to rack up your status because you don't have to play every hand there.
Hmm.
And so, you'll place big bets here and there. You make sure the pit boss is looking, and then, you chill for a bit and you're being logged in at a longer duration of play at, whatever your say average bet is. Um, so yeah, it's easier to work that little cheat code there.
Yeah, never learned how to play that one. I was actually my dad was in Vegas recently. I was giving him crap. He's become a weirdly become a like video poker guy now, which is just like odd. I'm like, you're the only person I know that plays video poker,
Video
honestly.
poker comeback?
I guess it's coming back. Oh, he got like a royal flush and won like $1,000 and was like sending me pictures. I was like
Oh,
dying
like a
laughing.
bonus.
What are you
Oh
doing
yeah.
sitting at a video poker table, sir?
Yeah, I like Baccarat because you can sit there and do nothing, right? With other games, you're forced to put up your risk before anything. And so, like we are vibes traders, uh I pretty much bring that into the game. take every
Right.
bit of edge you can. You do your best, but ultimately, that floor has quite diminished edge compared to your charts. So it's a lot easier making money on the charts for sure.
Definitely true. They're just still just going to tease me that this is actually going to potentially work out in profit before they just stop running to 40. There was, there still is a 800 lot sitting at 39.75s on ES that I'm probably going to get stopped out on if we fill.
Yeah, this is still looking like it's not ready to roll over just yet. I mean, it might not roll over at all. Volume's still pretty pretty high up here.
There
They
we go.
like the prices.
Here we go. We're gonna run my stop. See, they gave me that extra out. I had the opportunity. Should have just like my original thesis getting in this was like rejection previous day high, get out. And there's the
Mm,
stop out. So not
game's
really
hard.
doesn't make sense right now to continue to try to fade this. I guess we just wait. I was long off 260s in NQ this morning and took it for like 50 points and called it a session pretty much. So I haven't done anything since. Kind of wish I was still holding that trade, but
Yeah, that's a banger
like we
trade.
talked about in the green room, it's never been my style to sit in that kind of trade all day and hope for this type of price action throughout the session. It's just when I guess when I've tried to do it, it always seems to end up turning into some kind of balance day where we get a liquidation later in the session and it made sense to scalp and get out of it. So we'll
Right.
see. I never seem to be holding them when we do things like this though.
Tracy's in the chat. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Roller. Oh, no, you see the people out there, they got money. What I do like is they don't have a problem with me going downstairs in the robe. So they always have a robe in the room.
You a rogue guy, obviously.
The casino floor, dude, it gets kind of chilly. I'm a guy that gets cold pretty easily. Or like, I guess I run cold. It gets pretty chilly in there sometimes and you just want to be comfy. So another positive for the Venetian, if anyone's interested.
I've not been to Vegas since I lived in California. It's been a good decade at this point.
Yeah, it's just so much more accessible when you're out here. So
It is.
yeah, and when they keep giving you free rooms, you're like, sure, why not?
I also haven't done like Vegas as a more mature adult when I like golf, spa, gamble a little bit, eat some very good food, and
Oh yeah, it's
not
always just
not feel terrible at the end of the weekend.
eating and gambling. A lot less on the drinking. I mean, yeah, you drink at the tables because it's fun, but it's not like you're in your 20s. You've
Yeah,
got
it's
the
a different
stamina.
Vegas. Never again.
I'm just trying to see if they're gonna fill this guy. 600 lots at 529, likely. I mean, they just lifted 486
Oh, you filled it.
at these
Oh
24
no,
right here.
that's a different offer. Never mind. Yeah, 609.
525 chill guy. Yep. Yeah, driver. It's always like so often you go out and your friends are like, "Aren't you hot?" I'm like, "You know me by now. I'm not.
It's 75
I
today.
might
And I
get
can't.
cold soon in an hour or two." They're gonna bring it down first. We'll see. I'll let them decide. But yeah, I see that delta at 525-ish. It's a 486 lots around those two ticks. And then the 600 lots, 529. I hate like it's just for let's just say for example, I'm short and I see a big, 600 lot right above me. I can't get with it. A lot of times the market will take some interest in that kind of size showing on the book. So they're definitely building though. So just more for the continuation upwards case here, I think, because it's building higher.
I mean, we talked about this last night too. We're still in like the center of this 3 week balance. Barely have
Oh
moved
yeah.
in the grand scheme of even today. Like we really kind of tested near the lower side of it, and now we're making the move back up to the upper side.
Hmm.
So,
And then if they
hold
fail
on.
up here, then it'll roll over again.
Yep.
Or if they can build and start holding builds intraday volume builds, then it's like a nice stair step. A bit of work. I really just want to see them pull price up to that 600 lots and see how the market reacts to it, what they do with it.
Seems like they still want to fill this guy.
They haven't even come back to, oh, actually, yeah, 24s. Yeah, 530 on this leg to like Delta. What's the ES look like? Is there any big guy sitting on the book? I actually don't have an ES Dom up.
We just filled that 800 lot. That stopped me out.
Mm,
But other than that, no.
yeah,
Nothing.
it's looking strong as soon as NQ just started trading above previous day high, and then IB came back and actually held the previous day high.
Yep.
The assumption then is, okay, well, if they're gonna extend outside prior day range and start to hold above it, it's gonna be a really hard fade. And it's showing that way. And then ES apparently had the same idea eventually.
I know we still have like 2 weeks of spring, but this feels like the dog days of summer.
Yeah. With like more expanded range.
Yeah. It's just, just a little more expanded with the VIX hovering around 20. I mean,
Right.
can't be shocked by that.
I mean, not
Still
too long
growing
ago, just a few
headlines if
years back,
possible every day.
you're looking at like 14 VIX in the summertime not too long ago. That was brutal.
I mean, we had a day like one of those days last week felt like that when I think the opening range in ES was like 10 points, which is just a great sign to go do something else with the session.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Just know everyone that's trying to engage with that market is not having a good time, even if they're green.
I'm sure Crudele has stories like that back in the pits when you'd get like a 5 minute, or excuse me, a 5 point range, 30 second or less than 30 seconds, excuse me. So like whatever the opening range is, but being like a very tight one, it's like, what did you do in the pits all day if we weren't going to move?
That's where the best stories come from.
I'm sure they have some great ones. How they how they killed time back then.
Well, still hovering here. This is like, yeah, even if I'm long right now, I'm just like, no, I would I would probably have gotten flat. I can't hold through stuff like this.
Yeah. I mean, even if I was like on this, if you were taking the long off the kind of the breakout of the initial balance high, and yes, like after we kind of cleared previous day high and started consolidating there, I probably wasn't going to hold that for another leg.
Kane said XY sell it. I tried to sell it.
I tried to as well, Kane.
They took my stop out. Well, I only gave it like 6 points, but we're way higher than that now. I think I was sure like what 504, gave it like 510. Took me out here, so
Yep.
I'm willing to get back in though. You short, Kane? Kane's short.
Lucas is right though. The L period stat for an M period high of day is now in play.
Kane basically said short it. If it's not working, just move it then. Put more size and move it then. What's the issue? The book's moving up, then move it down.
Scridelli says a 10 point range back in the pits was a big day. So
Oh,
I guess we're spoiled
what
by
a time.
today's
What a time
standards
to
of the
be
market.
alive. Kane says, got my ass handed to me today. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a pretty, I mean,
This is
a tough,
grindy.
slow tape that just drifted upwards, multiple consolidations, good ways to get chopped up if you were not in on, I guess, one of those three moves in the first 2 hours, basically.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kane, pretty much
that move
we
off the
are
open was crazy.
we both got the same idea. Me and Nick, we're at the top of this range here. The market has not tried to do much volume outside of it, so I'm waiting for it to roll over on the intraday basis right now. So if we can start trading back into the 510s, show a little bit of weakness upwards in the 515s, I'm definitely going to look for shorts again. Definitely not looking for longs up here. I'd rather just do nothing. Short into the low, got a bit greedy. Yeah, happens all the time. I was short like I think it was 58, so IB even 58 and took it off previous day high right here, but was hoping for a little lower. They just they had different plans. So because of that, because I'm shorting into prior day high and peeling because well, I'm like, well, it's prior day high. If they hold it, it's gonna rip. Instead of getting long, I was peeling off the short and just didn't get long and I missed out on all this. So we're in the same boat. Yeah. Coming back into it, being aware that this is where the market is going to crater or bounce, but not getting the bounce. 600 lot up
You
here
just call it.
now, 39s. So they're just moving that
Oh
600
no,
lot up,
they moved it.
which makes it a lot less urgent for me. I want to see them lose a volume build. If they can lose a volume build, then we can start talking shorts again for sure.
That guy just jerking us around, moving that.
So, welcome to the pain cave. Welcome to the pain cave. I hate it here.
My goal is not to turn into my summer last year, which is turning into a drawdown and then finally getting myself out of it because we finally left the all-time high grind up
Mhm.
from the 4th of July last year when it was like, whatever, 13 straight days of a new all-time high.
Yeah.
And it's like if you were short at any point, you basically were just punished for
20
short.
what was it like 2021? 2021, the second half of the year was like every single other Friday. It might have been every Friday was new all-time high in the markets. And you'd get that Trump tweet, new all-time high every Friday like clockwork, new all-time high.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was like most of
Fridays,
June and into July, it just was like nonstop. And it was just tough to trade because it was slow and we just kept drifting upwards. Like every consolidation just seemed to not work out to the short side. And it was one of those couple weeks.
right? It's like they would say, right? Never fade a dull tape
Yep.
because that's exactly how grind ups occur.
So that's my goal this summer is to not not turn myself into a drawdown by making those same mistakes.
Yeah, the issue with summer trading is it's always a dull tape, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, if they can start getting some trade into below 510s, show some weakness, come up and try to grab a reoffer, I'm willing to try some shorts for sure, but certain parameters have to be met first. Definitely. I'm willing to wait for it.
And the seller's stepping in a little bit now.
Tracy's got an update for us. Trump and Xi may speak the next week or this week. Stall trade talks. They'll be doing that for a while.
It's like the new trade war cycle is it's like that meme that's always posted where like market temporarily rallies on like positive trade news and then
Right.
it's just
And
like
then they pull it.
the circle we're in.
It's
The
just a
market sells as
actually.
talks are delayed or walked back. It's like it's been like that for the last few months.
Mhm. Yeah, so it looks like the market is not gonna try to gun for Kane's 600 lot offer up there because he keeps moving it.
Do I really want to try to short this again right now?
I'm eyeing a short, but I want to see the activity in and under the 510s first. If they can't get back in there, I'm gonna stay off the shorts. Got a bit of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kane's moving the book himself. That is his 600 lot orders.
You can see him. We're watching him live right now. It's right there for
He's playing with it. That's why
539s.
he's doing this. That's why he just threw 600 on there and just moved it up 10 points just to watch us squirm.
Yeah, I think we could get a decent roll. It's looking like the buying is slowly starting to fade, but I want to see the proof. To me, the proof is under the 510s. We have to be trading under the 510s to start.
I always feel like I'm early on these end of day, like liquidation type moves. I feel like we've gotten a lot of them the last few weeks randomly, but I'm always early, take a stop out for no reason, and then we melt down or something. But I don't like fading the M periods.
Liquidation trades are hard, man, because it could take forever. That's why I'm really patient with it. I don't really care about the best price. I don't care about getting to the party early. I want to get there when it starts.
Yep.
So I'm willing to get lower prices, trying to get liquidations. I don't, for the both of us, we are not good at holding on to stuff like that.
If I was, I'd still be long and just kicking my feet up and watching this. No,
If I was long, I
I
would
would have
not be
folded
kicking my
this
feet up.
trade hours ago. There's even if I was long and was still holding for the wider move, there's no way I'd still be in this.
If I was long, I would just be fighting myself, trying not to cover it, and then ultimately just cover it, and then it rips even higher. That's my MO. Yeah, I need to see some
Yeah,
reward for sell
that
side.
530 spot makes sense, Kane, when you look at the last few weeks of volume too. We were talking about it last night on the show, and I mean, we're still just in the top edge of that balance area, but
Kane
something
says
about
he
this
likes
spot
the
makes sense.
short at 530s. He says it like we don't see 600 lots resting on the offer in the 530s. Kane, we can see you.
I mean, it's probably whoever's been selling this spot anyway for the last few weeks. Oh,
Honestly, it'd be really nice if they can poke these 530s and show us some taper and volume and then just come right back in. Try to get a sweep move down. It's like right at the edge of this rolling, 5-day rolling too. I mean, this balance area we've been stuck.
3 weeks of
One
mount.
attempt out, got trapped. Longs got trapped on that. What day was that? Friday?
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
like, yeah, well, it started post NVIDIA earnings like in the
yeah.
morning.
They got trapped up there that day for sure. 2 nodes of volume. This is getting more interesting now.
Now there's 1,000 lot at 44 and 3/4 on ES.
44 3/4.
That's Kane.
I
Kane
think I'm
just
gonna
on
have
the
to fill
offer.
the short before Kane gets his fill at this point. I'm gonna try the short here. Willing to go
Now
higher
we'll
with
see if this guy
it.
pulls.
Yeah, I'm willing to go higher with this short. We'll see. So we're in the shorts. Can add if they get some decent continuation, but this is it for now. Giving some room to add if it goes a little higher. If the order flow is still good. Ultimately, I would like to see 510s. So yeah, close below 512s. That'd be nice. Just back in this volume. I just want, which is like, yeah, 512, 511 half. They can start going down here. I'll add to it for now. Just starting off with a little bit.
Let's see. Can we fill this guy? Thousand lots.
All right. Anyone that is trading live book, please drive this lower. Please get some likes
Everybody,
in the chat.
everybody sit on the offer. That's what XY is saying.
Get in the chat. So or get the likes in, or else Kane will go full influencer.
And trust me, I'll go full influencer mode if you want me to.
You heard it. You heard it yourself. Wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, we need more likes for this to potentially either fill the guy at 44 and 3/4 slash 39 and whatever it was,
No,
39.
just dump it now. Just gotta dump it now. It's illegal for them to fill him.
I don't think we're gonna fill him. I think he's gonna move it up again.
Yeah, I got some more in when they poked it a little higher there, so it's just gotta work now, you know. Don't want to sit around and wait for it. Of course, we both suck at that. Dump now, yes. I will move it again, yes. Kane said if you get more likes in the chat, he'll put more size on.
Yeah,
He'll move from 600 to 900 lots.
Yeah, and he'll move it up another 20 points.
All right, well, we're in 5 lots now, so please die, market. Maybe look for a cover around here. 500 even. We'll cover one. Go for another one here and here. So 3 limit orders out for some covers. Ultimately, be nice if we can get back to these 360s here. But we'll see. I mean, the market has, look, I'm not saying there is crazy weakness in the market, because the fact of the matter is still they spent all day here, drove it higher and built it again. It's because they are now finally, well, okay, we're in an area where I think everyone in the chat is kind of looking at it as a resistance, and then seeing if they can finally show weakness, which would be a loss of any build of volume, which would be this node here. Let me expand this. A loss of this node, and then if they lose that, get back into here, they're likely going to start to work lower to test. Hopefully start to fill in this volume, and we're off to the races. But as always, we'll see. Fading in the market that's just been going up is always going to be difficult. So 360s, yes, 360s. So don't cover any of your shorts until we are at least at 360s, please, or you're going to take us to 23K. That wouldn't be cool. Pax is in the chat. What's up, Pax?
This is you're looking at XY's chart. So right now it's NQ. If you see mine, it'll be yes.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure who's on the stream, but hold them to 0.
Hold for 0.
I'll front run you at 21,360.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's hope we get there. I haven't covered any yet. In for 5. I wanted to give it more room to add if we poked a little higher up there, but we didn't. So I'm hoping it works now, because if it doesn't work from here, it's not going to be really nice. That would be a failed attempt lower back into prior range, and that's not good.
Ooh, another 600 just came on the book in ES.
We're at
40 and a half.
40 half. Oh, so they're right there. Yeah, ES needs to lose that node too. So what? That's like trading below 38s
Yeah.
would be a good start here. There's no support for
Okay.
this. Kane, is everyone fading us? I hope so. Yeah, it's got to roll. $50 lots popping up in NQ here. And there's the fill. So they're willing, okay. 50 lots just popped up on the offer, and the buyer just willingly filled it right off the bat. So we'll see what happens now. Hopefully they don't get rewarded. So 515 with that 50 lot. They filled it. They are certainly not getting rewarded right now, which is good, but need to use them as fuel. We are now below 510s, which is good. Finally, leaving the prior volume behind. Kane, are we Kane, are we the good guys? Everyone else, we're the good guys in this story.
All right, I got filled one at 40s.
Short?
Short.
Sweet.
Where's stupid bracket?
Yeah, they literally just ate that 50 lot up. They're like, yeah, I'm willing to buy this. So I'm like, a little scary.
I'm in the same boat. I just don't love this.
Yeah. So clearly, there is some significance on the 15s and 16s, and they're gonna have to really start reloading this offer. They're reloading now, but they are being met with willing buying right here.
We're gonna just keep making new highs, aren't we?
It's possible. It's possible. I might look for the exit here. The offer is not really coming in right now. Not against the bid. We had some pretty good MFE here, some pretty decent MFE, but the offer is still here, but it's just higher than my entry, which is what I don't like. So I'm gonna hold this one for now. So they just pushed to like 46, 54 lots. Yeah. Yeah, so the first clue was that 15's 50 lot offer. As soon as he popped up on the book, they bought it right out the gate. So tough fade buying's coming in pretty strong.
Yeah, they're gonna go fill that guy. 1,000 lot on ES.
Where's he at again?
44 and 3/4.
44 3/4. Yeah, we're pretty close. So originally I wanted to give room to add around these prices in these 20s, but seeing what happened and how price got up here now, I am not going to do that. I'm not going to add on this. $600 still sitting there. 530s. Yeah, this one is looking strong. Every bar, 5 minutes. 15 minutes looking really strong right now too. Delta's getting more and more positive. No taper.
Yeah, yes, starting to look like acceptance above last week's value area high a little bit.
Yeah, ES could
Me
not leave the
too.
note. So NQ was the liar here. I mean, until that 50 lot came in, that was
Oh boy,
we're out of that
there you go.
trade. It's had some pretty decent
All right. Oh,
open
he just
profit.
moved it up. The 1,000 lot moved it up to 46 and 3/4. So people are just playing games. I love this.
Can't
And
tell luckily. It's either up or down. Pulled it. Okay, so they're filling this.
that guy
This
just did it.
600
Oh,
is filling.
they just filled that 1,000 lot.
They filled 50 lots about. I'm sure they'll take the rest now.
He's filled, or they are filled.
Oh, 600 lot pulled it.
That guy.
He filled like 42 lots. It came back up and it all pulled. There is no fill in the book.
Oh no.
played us all for a fool. Yeah, that 50 lot at 515s was a big clue there. So
There you go.
That's such a good soundbite.
That is a good one. All right,
Bigger
so that
Dom.
1,000 lot got filled. Now there's another 1,000 at 47.50s on ES.
Wow, that thing closed positive 500 delta. Sheesh. Are they baiting me? Nick, are they baiting me?
They're trying to bait you back into the short. It's like I'm not doing it again. If
All
they're
right,
gonna
let me look on the
hold these
Dom,
large
see if
offers, I'm just gonna
anyone's
let them.
sitting somewhere. There's no more 600 lot that's wiggling around for now. He didn't fill, so he can always just pop up on the book again. ES book still showing some size up top.
Someone's cat keeps clicking the keyboard on ES. Yeah. As we discussed, it's actually just Kane screwing around with us.
Yeah, he's messing with us, popping in the chat to mess with us. We've got a turn in about 3 minutes.
Keep making new highs in L period. So the stat would say what, 70% of the time we make an
Like
in period high?
it's like close to 70, I
Like
think.
60 something,
67 or
66
something
or
like that.
something. Stats guy's not here. He's busy. My quant.
Yeah, today's profiles, it's looking like there was some strength. So much build, 360 to 460. I'm
Wish I
still
was
willing to
holding
fade
my
this thing up.
trade.
I'm still willing
Wouldn't want to be
fade
long at
this.
260s right now.
From open. Yeah, if you held that.
Yeah. Someday I'll actually be able to do it successfully. Not today.
You ever seen that South Park meme? That I didn't hear no bell meme.
That's how it feels. Short.
That's me
That's how it
right
feels
now.
shorting this market at literally any time. It's like sometimes it works. Like what was it? Last Wednesday when you and I were on and we got some crazy volatility in the last 90 minutes.
I think the shorts, honestly, I still think it can work. Just waiting for the right time, if there even will be one. Because if now they just keep trading above 520s, there's no way. But you were saying there was still some size showing on the ES ladder, right? Up top?
Yeah. Now it's split. It looks like it's split into a 600 lot at 48 and a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It might just be algos now. I don't know. They might have pulled that order. That 1,000 lot's gone. I don't know. Someone's been just messing with this whole time.
My
But
replica
one of those
is
1,000 lots
going
did get.
crazy.
Now I'm getting a delta flip on ES, just trying to bait me into a short.
Yeah, my replicanto is going crazy. It's not good. I need to pull out everything.
That's never.
Oh, if
never
this
good.
works on the short, I'm gonna be so sad.
Kane's taking one more stab. I want to, Kane, but after two quick paper cuts, I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't. Trust me, it doesn't take a lot of effort for me to want to short this market at literally any time.
It's working without me. Oh, replicanto screwed me.
527s. Good luck, sir. I mean, it's really not a bad spot.
See if I can get some fills.
Did you fix it?
I hope so. I don't know. In the morning, I had some issues with my TPT. Oh, I don't know if I can say that on air because if they care about what I'm using to trade, but yeah. Apparently, like they had to activate data for people or something because a new month. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but we're in it now. Everything is copying okay, looks like.
Nothing's worse than a copier failing on you.
Dude, it's scary, man.
It's terrible.
Hey,
I mean, it happened to me last
back in
week.
the game.
I wanted to cry on the inside.
Not as much size as I would like on this because I'm
I
trying
can
to
pull it back.
navigate this copier, but we're in it. Kane, where are we going?
0. Kane said 0.
0? I'm gonna front run him 21,000 points higher. Yeah, I'm gonna put a 5-point stop on this. Don't really want to see it come back into the 33s.
Coming back down all that positive delta, sitting at those 20s that we couldn't seem to hold under.
We can find trade, I think, like into the 90s. It should be a really, really easy move into the 70s.
Yeah,
But
you
usually
probably,
what I find is when there is kind of like this LVN cave, it's not really a defined LVN. If price is allowed back into it, it generally starts to fill it.
yeah.
So that's pretty much been the idea of me trying to get shorts because I think we can get back into these ranges of the 490s into the 470s. And then from there, obviously the next point would be the IB. And if they get under IB, we're looking at trading 0 immediately. Yeah, under 524s would be pretty good sign too, because well, there's a lot of offer lift. If they go unrewarded from here, could be what we're looking for. But 5-point stop for me.
Did you just say 5-point stop on on NQ? You're a
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I wanted to get like anywhere from 6 to 8 lots in because of that. But this replicanto kind of went haywire just earlier. I'm scared, man.
It's probably fair.
Let's see. Alright, got it here. 5. Okay, so Kane's still looking for under the 450s too. It's good. Got some added confluence there.
See if we can close this today back inside last week's value area.
If we do, that'd be kind of scary because they do have this volume that would be in some danger. Let's take a look. Yeah, if they close it within it towards this, that would mean another failed attempt with this build.
Mm-hmm.
This can certainly rotate through the range.
Basically, we put us back inside initial balance on the day.
Yeah. It's like this one finally broke out, built it, got higher, built it, and then just failed it, and then failed this one too, back in the range, and then they just go the other side. Could be. Let's hope so.
Yeah, this should be interesting. I mean, where we kind of rejected off in on NQ makes a lot of sense just from the last few weeks of structure, but I don't know. Yes. I could see it still going a little higher, but
Gotta cover it a little lower because I didn't get the size that I wanted. So let's hope we get these 490s because I'm not covering anything prior to it.
well, we said it earlier. Sometimes you and I are just a little early to some of these end of day
Mhm.
move down back into value.
Coach Fred says, great stream, guys. First time here.
Thanks for hanging.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Feel free to throw a like. Throw us a like, or else my trade's not going to work.
Yeah. You guys want us to return inside of last week's value area? We need more likes in the chat. We're sitting at around 122 with 650 people in here watching. So please do me the favor of smashing that thumbs up button. Helps us out, helps out the
I pumped
stream.
those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Thank you, Matthew McConaughey. We're going big time here on NinjaTrader Live. Celebrity cameos out of nowhere.
He said, I unlocked my 600 lot, didn't get filled. That's your fault for pulling it. Can only blame yourself.
Biblical, yes. The more people that push like, the closer we can drift down towards 450 on NQ.
Let's see. Kind of tempted to add. Don't know if this is the spot though. No, this would not be the spot.
Rejected off your 510s again.
Yeah,
I don't love that.
that 510 buyer. Criminal. Lock him up. Play the influencer mode. Norse, no. We were only bid. Now we're only offer. You're not that guy, pal. Dude, it's about to be 12:40. They need to get moving.
Sometimes I hate that you're on the West Coast because it like makes me miss the fact that I could be like truly done with my day around
The
lunchtime.
sun's not about to start going down as soon as the market closes.
Yeah. Start to get in my bedroom routine with the 6 month old. No, because I was always like in the gym at like 5:30 and going to a job, so it was like no different to be watching
You're
the
in the
market.
gym at 5:30
I
when you
was
were
in
in
the office
LA?
at 7 a.m. in California. Yeah.
Oh man. Now that's some discipline. Kane, it's 8:30 p.m. That's not too bad. I mean, yeah, then it's hard to go out. Yeah, it's hard to go out if you're trading through to the close, which I mean, can totally just not trade through to the close. Actually, that's not bad. That's not a bad schedule, being on London time with the market.
Weirdly, it kind of
That's not bad.
works because London tends to move as it is. Like there tends to be some decent limit order type trades
Mhm.
where you could be like patiently waiting for a spot and then London kind of goes one direction or has like two larger rotations. Asia can be a snooze fest at times. So
I
London
don't
would be the
even
best
I
to
don't
like
even
get
open the
two
charts
decent.
for
I know
Asia.
you don't.
Absolutely not for Asia such a game. All right, guys, can we get likes in the chat so we can send Kane I don't know, a sandwich or something? We'll production will get his address and we'll send him over a pizza. Yeah, this is
I don't have friends. I got family.
they added something new. Yeah, well, Kane, I haven't seen any 50 lot pop up on the offer and get instantly filled. So we've got that going for us right now. That was some pretty unfortunate luck for Kane, just getting in a short and then seeing the buyers just go 50 lots, it's nothing, I'll eat it. Well, the tape is turning, so
It is. Are we going
They
to
better
break
do it now, because in 10
510?
minutes, we're gonna get that Kane soundbite.
Yeah, we got to know when it's algo time.
And then it's just gonna rip through my stop, even if I'm in the right direction.
Market on close, first day of the month.
Oh no, we're in the clear.
What happened now?
He wants to know if Sam put his 600 lot back on.
Oh,
How many likes are we at?
we're only at 190. So Stowe, you and I
wonder this
apparently are
isn't
not going to
working.
be allowed to go outside today.
Well, sounds like any other Monday.
Yeah, they're going to keep us on. They're going to make us trade the Asia Open. See?
And they
We
just
don't have too
laugh at
many
us.
likes.
They laugh at us in the green room.
I mean, I already went full influencer. Don't make me do it again. Kane will do it from the chat.
That one just got clipped. I bet you.
They already have that clip, basically.
Keeping the tick on late today. All right, well, we need someone to put some really big size into the 490s so the market can go towards it. Kane, are you covering? Where are you going to start to cover? Or are you just going flat to flat at 0?
Kane was talking about like 490s to 460s, I think, which is that like LVN. So it makes a lot of sense.
See, if I had some decent size on right now, I'd probably cover some right there. I'd cover like 2 lots right here.
I can't believe we can't break through this.
21 450s. Under the IB, back in the range. No covers until 450s. See, Kane's got balls, man. As I'm sitting here talking about, oh, if I had more size, I'd cover here in the 506s. 475. Yeah, I think honestly, if we can trade 490, the market should not have any issue getting into the 470s. So, yeah, 490s should lead to 470s pretty easily. If not, I would call the police. It's not legal.
I'll just put 100,000 lots in sim for you. That may not move the needle, but I appreciate the effort.
You could post it on Twitter.
I mean, it'll probably get
Everyone's
more
posting
engagement than Kane actually trading like a 50 lot or something. I'm sure that would get more engagement. The algo is weird, man.
Kane's got balls, man. Full cover, flat to flat. This is picking up steam, headed to 560. I would delete that comment if I could. If I was a moderator in the chat, I would just delete it.
Yeah, we need offer vibes only right now.
Offer vibes only.
No, that was that liquidity zone on ES there around 59.40s. That was again another clean bounce off that spot.
Mm-hmm. Just like
That's where I
earlier.
initially got short before getting stopped out on the new high. So it's the same thing as that 510s. We just cannot seem to get below it right now.
We're about to close this 15-minute bar right now. I would have liked a stronger close, but it's not too bad.
Sorry, the bid button is currently disabled. Kane, I tried that one day. I ended up turning it back on. It still ended very poorly for me, disabling the buy button or sell button.
Selling is not doing too bad of a job right now in terms of effort. They're definitely pouring
They're
it
still
in.
trying.
Yeah, so I'm okay with that. A pullback that didn't go above the 520s. I'm happy with that. You're gonna get pullbacks. I would like to cover some before the algo is what it is.
How many are you still sitting with?
Original 3. I wanted to get at least like 5, hopefully like 6, 7.
You know,
Right, but
if you cover one for the market makers at 510, we'll probably roll over. Like just to as you size down and kind of de-risk a little bit, they'll roll it over then like immediately.
Well, I won't feel bad. I won't feel too bad about it if they just roll over now, you know? If I had more size though, let's just say I had five, I would have covered two in those sixes. I can't hold on to that. As soon as they blipped it down into that and then just instantly put in a bit of volume and popped up, I'm like, okay, well, this is not good. Need sacrifice.
Yeah,
Dude, if
we
I
just
covered now,
sacrifice one.
it's gonna go directly to 18K.
Oh, 100%. You're gonna mark
So
the highs of this.
anyone that's short, Venmo me $10,000. I'll do it for you guys. Then do it. Kane's like, are you stupid? Then do it. No, we're getting these 490s. And if we get the 490s, we'll get the 470s. Unless, the MOC's got different ideas, which they seem to always do.
You got 4
It doesn't
minutes.
even matter what the
We are holding five
I'll
tens,
never-
5 tens now.
Just roll it, man. Just roll it over.
Oh boy.
If they don't do it, pop back up. Production's gonna hit us with the oh no soundbite.
Just like a quick wick inside 500s just to give you hope and then slam it back up to 520s.
Coach Fred says going to 480.
I think that's what we're all hoping for over here.
I mean, not too long ago I wanted 360, but time has passed. Why would not move your stop to break even at this point to avoid any chance of a loss? Um, because my risk is 5 points and I don't want to get pulled out of the trade to try not to lose 5 points is the way I see it. Now with MOC in consideration, it might be wiser to do so because if it rips that way because of MOC, it's probably not going to stop. But yes, originally, for me, there was no point in trying to save myself, potentially be pulled out of a good entry, trying to save 5 points is the way I see it. So you'll notice a lot of us, like the OFL guys, we don't really do break even stops too often because of that. And as someone who works with tight stops, it just is what it is, right? To me, there's winners, there's losers, but it's more of just it's risk based in terms of the expense you paid for the trade. A 5 point expense is to me would be negligible to be able to access a trade that, I mean, it's gone, what, 25 points from my entry?
Kane's probably right. I don't love this little bid before the
Yeah.
first of the month MOC. Just I feel like we're gonna pop a new high here.
Yeah, I think we had more time in the day. It'd be
Yeah.
a better outcome, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, that's the thing about um break even. I'll do it if it's in a spot where I would gladly exit. Otherwise, no. No, Kane, you won't be able to short the 535s because we're not going up there. You won't have that opportunity. We're going down.
Let's see. We got 30 seconds till Kane tells us what time it is.
He should hop on right now and do it live.
He probably should.
Attention traders, it's algo time.
There it is.
There it is.
10 seconds till market on close. Let's see. Oh God, everything just lagged.
Yeah, so break even stop would have took me out right there. Still could be, wrong on this and rip it through me, but these little things, they make a difference in my trading at least. Um, if you can get a good entry, 5 points could mean a lot for your entry. So I hope this goes downside, not just for the sake of the trade, but for everyone to see that sometimes a break even stop, if it doesn't make sense for the trade, it just doesn't make sense. In this game, there's expenses. You're not going to win every trade, but if you had a good ticket price, don't give it up, right? Don't give up good access because you don't want to lose points just because you're losing points.
We still can't pop this. Come on, do something. Go back down.
5840s. So PAX is fading us. Oh, PAX is long from
58.
5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that was like a month ago. Feels like, or last week.
Yeah, I don't know, 5940 or 5840.
Or was that Friday's low? Somewhere around there.
Ken, you still in this with me?
Kane left us to get stopped out. No,
Shut everything down. He
he,
says
he, he
nada.
was out before MOC. Okay.
Yeah, I never like holding it to MOC either, but I figured 5 point stop. I'm willing. Yeah. So it is kind of crazy what a stop like that can do. Would have been taken out. Still in it.
And then if it actually rolls over now, you're thinking about it all night.
Yeah.
That it stops you out.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the entry, right? If I feel like I have good access, which is a really good entry,
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
not going to give that up. I'm going to make them come get me, right? I would not give that up. But yeah, if I'm break even, it means I don't like my entry so much anymore, and I would like to just get out if price does come back. So they are still absorbing all the sell here and lifting offer. So the buying in the 510s is for real. They are not just absorbing, they're actually buying this thing. I think I'll give myself maybe a minute and a half here. If they can't access
Oh, it's gonna go.
490s in the next minute, it's not gonna be good.
We're gonna do it in the last
Jane said
5.
if I was in this now, I'd cover 490s. 490s, King.
Break it.
Yeah, I'm getting ready though. You see me moving my mouse and stuff. I'll do one here. Uh, we're gonna go 470s next.
See. Let's see if we close inside that value area high from the previous week. Just to further
Oh,
make me
PAX
love
flipped.
the summer balance.
PAX flipped shorts. All right, everyone here needs to flip short or get short. Faster. Yeah, so now I will gladly move the stop here. And if it comes back, this I would say is very aggressive structure because there's little trade, which means little trade was able to be done. And if they're gonna hold this again and come back up, I'm not gonna step in front of that. The market would literally be giving me the information like, hey, this is where we're not gonna go. So And yeah, now it's 12:55. Lucky I got some off there. So
Hmm.
yeah, the thing I hate about trading into the 1250, like the algo and afterwards, is like these closing orders do not care about what setup you're taking at all. They don't care about any of that. They're just trying to close some orders. So
Exactly.
it gets a little crazy. I'm in it because I feel like my entry is pretty good access. So that's why my stop never moved until now, stuff like that. But usually it's not something anyone should be doing, honestly. 520 shorts loading again. I hope so. They need to lock them out from
We just
above.
rejected off that VWAP from today's high. Can we break 500s? Can we close?
I need Kane to reopen a new short
Yeah. Kane,
right
we need you on
here.
the offer again.
Kane, please. For
They
the
know you
people.
closed out, so naturally they're just holding us. One more time, Kane. One last ride to get another Fast and Furious quote back in here. You want me to slam the offer at 356? Yeah.
Yes.
Man.
That's exactly what we're trying to say.
You're the one throwing around size. You're the one with those 600 lots on the book. So yeah, why not? Just you can even spoof one. Who cares?
Yeah, we won't tell the police. No, we won't. We're not going up there. We're
Oh,
only going lower, Kane.
ES has just been trading in like a 4-point range for the last 20 minutes.
Kane is like, you want me to sell the low. You want me to go full size at the low. Like, yes. What isn't clear about it?
What are trading buddies for, Kane? Oh, this was a lackluster close.
I know. Yeah.
All
Had a
power.
decent move too. I mean, where did that go? Yeah. Nah.
You know, it was a lackluster end period when we were getting excited about a 30-point move.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's a decent move. I look at it, I do the math, I'm like, yeah, no. No, it wasn't. Is the Delta bar on the side free on Ninja? No, I don't believe so. It's an OFL tool, but it's not on the free suite. So yeah, that's it. Covered one. That's cool, I guess. What time we got? We got about 1 minute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for hopping on, TH. Yeah, we got people hanging out in
They're
the
gonna
chat
close
today.
us on the highs. Thanks for hanging out,
Oh
Kane.
yeah. Kane, come on. It's time. Learn some order flow with the boys, huh? Thanks for hopping on, Kane. See you.
30 seconds. Are they gonna make a new high? Can they do it to satisfy the end period stat? What do you think? Are we gonna do it? 15 seconds.
I think they might as well. I mean, they're already
They're
here.
so
They
close.
tested that downside. I think they will because that was the answer that we've been waiting on, which is, hey, what happens under the 500s? And
Oh,
nothing happened.
oh, oh, they did it. They did it with a second to spare on ES, and Q did not.
I think it will now. Yep. NQ did it now. Yeah, I think that's the tell, right? The lack of volume coming out and then finally getting back to it and showing again, hey, the market's saying this is not where we're not going to go down here. Like, all right.
Mhm. I mean, so many failed attempts to break inside of 500s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a trade. But that's the show, everybody. Thank you guys for all hanging out. Our fearless, lovely host, Jim, is not going to take us out today. You're stuck with me. So we really appreciate everybody hanging out, spending time with us, trading the close with your lovely friends here at OrderFlow Labs. So if you haven't already, smash that thumbs up button before you get out of here. And as always, we do appreciate everybody spending the afternoon with us. Please be safe out there. Have some fun if you're still going to be trading this. If not, the whole team will be back tomorrow morning with some great content, some great people, and some great trades, hopefully. So we really appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Be safe out there and have a good night, y'all. Take care.
See you guys.